What's happening YouTube? Welcome back to my new series, 10 top things to do. What we'll be covering in this series is my top 10 things to do in all different locations around the world that I have been to. In this episode, we are going to be talking about a city that's very close to home for me. It is Dublin City. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10. For all you shopaholics, my number 10 to do in Dublin City would be Grafton Street. Grafton Street is in the centre of Dublin. It is full of shops of all sorts. Shoes, clothes, food, everything you need, it's all on Grafton Street. You will come across high street stores, you'll come across boutiques, you'll come across designer stores. You'll find them all on Grafton Street. So for you shopaholics, it's the perfect number 10 for you. Number 9. St. Stephen's Green. St. Stephen's Green is a lovely Central Park, New York type. Depending on the seasons, I wouldn't be going there winter time or anything because, as you know, Ireland isn't the best weather in the winter time. You'll probably be sat there in the rain. But if you do catch St. Stephen's Green on a good day, you can have lovely picnics, lovely walks. There's squirrels, wildlife all over the little park as well. So that would be a really nice day out. Number 8. Number 8 for me would have to be Dublin Zoo. Dublin Zoo has been around years upon years. Head to Dublin Zoo, check out the huge variety of animals. It's not too far out of the city as well, so you don't have to travel very far for it. The good thing about Dublin Zoo is it's good for all ages. If you're middle-aged and you want a daytime activity, Dublin Zoo is perfect for you. Go and see the amazing animals that they have there. Dublin Zoo is actually one of the oldest zoos in the world. So there's a little fun fact for you guys. One of the most famous things that they're known for is their elephant herds. You can go, you can see all these massive elephants. Number 7. So my number 7 would be Elephant Castle. You'll catch it down in Temple Bar, which if you're coming to Dublin, you will be down there anyway. Go into Elephant Castle, check out their chicken wings. They have great other foods in there as well. Check out the chicken wings, they are amazing. I would not steer you wrong when it comes to chicken wings. Number 6, the Leprechaun Museum. Being Irish and being traveling around the world for a few years, people always take the mickey out of me, always talk about leprechauns, and here in Dublin, they actually have a whole museum dedicated to leprechauns. So if you're in Dublin, go check out the Leprechaun Museum. It goes through all the myths, all the tales about leprechauns. It's just off Jervis Street. Pop it into Google, you will find it. The Leprechaun Museum. Number 5. For all you whiskey lovers, it is the Jameson Distillery. Located just off of Smithfield in the city centre, the Jameson Distillery is a great place to go. They run you through the process of making the Jameson whiskey. You also get little tasters of the whiskey as well. So if you are a whiskey lover, I would recommend giving the Jameson Whiskey Distillery a little visit on your trip to Dublin. Number 4. It is a place that you probably all have heard of. It is the Guinness Storehouse. Most people coming to Dublin, they've either heard of the Guinness Storehouse or they have plans to go and visit the Guinness Storehouse. It is a big, massive tour of the whole Guinness factory. They take you through the whole process of making Guinness. They take you through all the history of Guinness from the very beginning all the way up to present day. You get a rundown of the whole Guinness history. Towards the end of the tour, they also bring you up to the rooftop Guinness bar. They also give you a free pint of Guinness and you have a 360 view of all of Dublin City. It is incredible up there. So for all you Guinness fans around the world, if you are coming to Dublin City, I would 100% recommend the Guinness Storehouse. Number 3. Number 3 is for all you guys who like going out, having a few drinks at night time. It is Hardcore Street. Hardcore Street is a street in Dublin where there's an accumulation of bars and clubs. The good thing about it is you don't have to travel far away for the next bar and the next club. They're all literally all right next door to each other. You have 3 main ones in Dublin. You have Everly Gardens, which is a really nice bar, really nice rooftop drinking area as well. Then you have right next door, you have Dicey's Bar. Dicey's is one of my favorites that I go to every time I'm on a night out. Dicey's have cheap drinks, nice staff. They have different occasions on different nights. Like one night it could be €2 a drink, €1 Jaeger bombs, you never know. They switch it up all the time, which is always good when you're going to a bar. They have a really nice beer garden out the back as well. It's famous in Dublin, it's massive. They have food shacks out in the beer garden. People go out, have a few drinks, you meet holly jolly Irish people, and you get drunk. It's a really good place. Number two is another daytime activity and one of my favorite things to do when I have friends over staying in Dublin. It is the Viking Splash Tour. The Viking Splash Tour is not just your typical tour around Dublin. Basically, they put you on this big metal boat slash truck. They take you around all of the outskirts of Dublin, in and around the city centre. They tell you about the history in Dublin, but the tour guide, it's not just a tour guide. So the comedians take you around, they tell you about all the history in Dublin city centre, but they're also hilarious as they take you around. That's why I find the best thing about it. Towards the end, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's in the name. Towards the end of the tour, the truck actually goes to the very end of the river in Dublin, and it takes you up and down the River Liffey, showing you some things that you can't see from the road. So the Viking Splash Tour, I 100% recommend it. It's one of my favorite things, and as I said, it's number one thing that I tell my friends when they come here as well. So definitely jump on the Viking Splash Tour if you're here in Dublin for a couple of days. Number one is a place you would have all heard of. You would have seen it on the internet if you typed in Dublin. It's always one of the top things that pop up. Temple Bar. Temple Bar is situated bang on in the middle of Dublin City. It is a whole area just surrounded in Irish bars. Everywhere you look, there's a different Irish bar. Every single Irish bar, they all literally from morning to night, from open till close, they have live bands in there playing old Irish music, playing all sorts, cover bands, everything. I definitely recommend go to Temple Bar, check out that live music, but I will warn you guys, it is not the cheapest place to have a few drinks. The prices in Temple Bar, because it's so popular and there's so many tourists floating about, the prices are bumped up a lot. So you are looking at maybe €7 a pint. I mean, if you want like a spirit mixer, a vodka Red Bull, you could be looking at about €10 for a vodka Red Bull. But if you want to brush all that aside and you're just going for the live music, I would 100% recommend Temple Bar. My favourite bars down in Temple Bar would be the Temple Bar. There's Fitzsimon's is down in Temple Bar as well. I always pop in there for a drink or two. And my third one would probably be the Owl Dubliner. Three of them always have the best music. They're spacious, so they would be my top 3 bars in Temple Bar. Even if you wanted to listen to some live music without going into the bar, being pressured into getting drinks, Temple Bar is covered in Irish buskers. You can walk around the streets and every 10-20 steps you will see a busker on the street playing some traditional Irish music. You'll get some cover bands down there, so you could just stop, listen to them, have a little dance outside if you like, and if you're feeling generous, give them some money. And that's it guys, that is my top 10 things to do here in Dublin City. I hope this helped you out. If you're planning a trip to Dublin guys, and if you want to know a bit more about any of these top 10s that I've put into this video, or maybe there's something else that I didn't cover, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. Let me know, I will get back to you rapido. So if you're subscribed already, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. For a newcomer to Ethan Carroll Vlogs, don't forget to press that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And that is my 10 top things to do here in Dublin. I will see you in the next episode guys. Peace. Just go. Just go.